your chairmanship. Peterborough Station is a major rail interchange on the East Coast Main Line. Along with our hard-working residents, our location is one of our city's biggest advantages. Our station provides a fast train to London and connections across the country. This matters for passengers and it matters for freight. The station itself, however, needs renewal and modernisation. And the land surrounding the train station is one of Peterborough's biggest development opportunities. We recently submitted a Levelling Up Fund application to the government asking for help to transform this area, known locally as the Station Quarter. So why back Peterborough? Well, for a start, we are the largest city in the area, ahead of Cambridge and the rest of our combined authority area. We are already growing at more than twice the national average for England and Wales, over 17% between 2011 and 2021. We have major manufacturers and high inward investments. We provide employment, shopping, health, education and leisure facilities for people across a much wider catchment area. Our rail lines expand this area yet further. Peterborough is ideal for local commuters in East Northamptonshire, South Lincolnshire, Rutland, Fenland and North Cambridgeshire. We are the gateway to the east of England. When all that is said, we have significant challenges and significant untapped potential. That's why Peterborough is identified as a Levelling Up Priority 1 area. We are below the national average in relation to unemployment and skills, and our score on the need for economic recovery and growth indicator shows why action is needed. This action has already begun. The first block of ARU Peterborough, the city's new university, is opened already, thanks to government support through the first round of Levelling Up Fund. But this investment needs to be combined with further action to get the results that my constituents deserve. If the university can be regarded as the spark, then Peterborough Station can provide the rocket fuel. You can arrive at King's Cross in under 50 minutes, or in York, half an hour after that. There are express rail connections all the way to Scotland. Before the pandemic, the station served 5 million passengers a year, with nearly 1 million using it as an interchange for services to other destinations. Rail journeys are starting to recover now that COVID is under control, and that will continue, although perhaps with more leisure travel and less daily commuting. At present, the station has a number of surface car parks spread over a dispersed stretch of land of around 10 acres. This is high-value land. It has the potential to transform the area. And if unlocked for new commercial and housing developments, it will not only transform just Peterborough, it has the potential to transform a much wider area. Top-end commercial and office space is particularly important, but so are new homes. Land around the City Railway Station is ideally suited for new housing, especially for young people. The launchpad many young people will need to go on and thrive. The station building has limited capacity though, to accommodate forecasts for passenger growth. Network Rail's modelling is another reason to invest. We already have limitations and problems that shouldn't exist at a gateway station of such importance. For example, one of our 2 existing footbridges is not compliant with the Equality Act. You need to make it across because there's only access on one side. Get to the concourse building and you'll soon discover that there are only 7 automatic ticket gates which become unpleasantly congested at peak hours. A new western entrance and better footbridges to accommodate demand is vital. It will make commuting easier for many thousands of local people, not least the local Member of Parliament, who lives close to the western entrance. Congestion is becoming a significant issue. Network Rail ran a station capacity assessment this year, which showed how bad things could become in the future. And in addition, LNER has identified operational issues with the current station layout and facilities, such as a lack of platform space and small gate line. LNER manages 11 stations on the East Coast Main Line, and at Peterborough dispatched more train services than at any other station, including York and Newcastle. So let's just repeat that again. That's more than York and Newcastle at Peterborough. Over 15% of all passenger movements at Peterborough are connected interchange services. Hence, any disruption not only affects Peterborough Station, but has a significant knock-on regional impact. And while manageable at present, these issues will get worse with the future projected demand for train travel that we all want and desire. In short, a significant cash injection is needed to rectify future issues on the East Coast Main Line. The station is located approximately 500 metres west of the city centre, defined as Peterborough Town Square, and 200 metres west of Queensgate Shopping Centre and Peterborough Bus Station. However, despite its proximity to these key facilities, the station feels isolated from the city centre, both visually and from an active travel perspective. This is demonstrated by the severance created by a dual carriageway, Borges Boulevard, between the station and the city centre, and the presence of multiple underpasses to guide pedestrians between these locations. To help realise the future contribution of Peterborough train station to not only Peterborough, but the entire eastern region, the city has just applied for this Levelling Up Fund bid for around 48 million. This would pay for the first phase of redevelopment of the station quarter. This bid was submitted to the government by the Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Combined Authority on the 1st of August. This is not a handout for Peterborough. This is an investment in the whole region and perhaps the whole country. A mixture of government and private funding would be spent on a commercial and residential development as part of the station quarter programme. It would enhance Peterborough train station and the land around it to include a mixture of flats, shops, bars, cafes and office working space, as well as better transport links to and from the station itself. And this is especially important for those with disabilities and those with mobility issues. A new western entrance to the station with a car park to create a double-sided station with a new wider footbridge over the train tracks would alleviate pressure on city centre roads, making it easier to travel and safer to travel around the city. The idea for a double-sided station takes inspiration from cities that have removed traffic from their city centres, such as Ljubljana, Copenhagen, Brussels, and as a result of this, have seen significant benefits of the to the local economy and quality of life for residents. I hope Peterborough can soon be mentioned in the same breath of these great European capital cities, and it could all start with investment in our station quarter. It would enable Peterborough to transform its growing centre into a vibrant and attractive space that residents can be proud of, while stimulating businesses and providing greater economic benefit to the city. You only need to look at the major upgrade of King's Cross Station, which ended in 2012, to see what a transformative effect an upgrade of this scale can have on the surrounding areas. A local historic Great Northern Hotel, which opened in 1852, would be retained as a cultural asset in the new development. The Station Quarter programme would also create an impressive entrance to the city of Peterborough, something which would boost tourism and repeat visits to this great city. Green areas with biodiversity and community spaces will be created, with easy and pleasant navigation routes to and from the city centre by bike and foot. The enhancement of Peterborough train station would also improve rail passenger journeys and encourage more rail travel, which would have a positive economic impact on the city. Regionally, it would have a positive impact on train travel, as the station provides an important gateway to Cambridge, the rest of Cambridgeshire, and other key areas in eastern England and the rest of the UK. In addition, it would support Peterborough in attracting more knowledge-intensive and high-level employers through its transport links. Peterborough is relatively low cost for office, housing and retail accommodation, and is easy and quick to reach by train. Already we have one government hub which is about to be opened in the city. Our new university has opened its doors to students this month. The university has been working with regional businesses as co-creators of the curriculum to ensure that students leave job-ready with skills that are in demand by employers. The university will play a pivotal role in raising the city's skill levels, lifting aspirations and having a transformative effect on the life chances of its students. It will increase the health, wealth and prosperity of our local people. It will provide new opportunities for the region's promising students, including those who may have not considered a university education before. In addition, in Peterborough, a new Hilton Garden Inn hotel will soon open its doors and a new Odeon multi-screen cinema ready to open later this year. If you look at the sky scene in Peterborough city centre, you will see cranes, you'll see development and all signs of life springing up everywhere following COVID-19. The city is pumping. We know that investors are keen to take advantage of our potential. At a recent conference in 2020, we had over 90 significant investors all pledging their interest in our city. The time really is now for Peterborough. We have the infrastructure in place. We have the connectivity links. We are upskilling our population. Peterborough is the gateway to the east of England, and the station quarter is the gateway to the city. It's vitally important that the station quarter and the station itself is fit for purpose, not just for the Peterborough of today, but for the city it will be in 6 years it will take to complete this development. The Levelling Up Fund bid for the station quarter represents a chance by this government to use its prime asset to bring jobs, retail and other visitors to our city. We know investors are interested in Peterborough, and if we get this right, this Levelling Up Fund contribution will be supercharged, leading to hundreds of millions of pounds of private investment. All of this will benefit not only Peterborough, but every town and city within a commutable distance by train travel. When our outgoing Prime Minister began the Levelling Up Challenge, it was use of new infrastructure to improve everyday life. He wanted to increase opportunity across the city. This government was as good as its word about getting investment into Peterborough. And I know from her campaign visits to Peterborough that our new Prime Minister is committed to that investment continuing. The station quarter bid will see this delivered. It means the government investment and transport goals meets them. It would strengthen Peterborough's accessibility for employment, shopping, health, education and leisure in the east of England. It will give my city another economic boost, encouraging even more businesses and private investment. That means jobs, 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 better jobs. In short, it would not just level up Peterborough, but the entire east of England. And at the same time, it addresses the future of the rail network. Now, I know the Minister has been listening carefully, and I look forward to hearing the government's position. Peterborough Station might be a local concern, but it's of national importance.